Welcome back to Cablevision's Neighborhood Journal.
We're at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Museum in Homedale, New Jersey.
Here, one can better understand the sacrifices made by New Jersey residents and at the same time pay tribute to all who has served.
In the spring of 1986, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Committee selected the 5.5-acre site on the grounds of the PNC Bank Art Center. A design contest was held, and in 1988, a design submitted by Hien Nguyen was unveiled. Hien's design contained a 200-foot diameter open-air pavilion, inside of which are 366 black granite panels. Each panel represents one day of the year and is engraved with the name, date of birth, and the date of casualty of each New Jerseyan killed or missing on that date. There are presently 1,556 names on these 366 panels. Of these names, just one woman had become a casualty of the war. The center of the pavilion contains New Jersey's state tree, the red oak. Placed under the tree's canopy are 3 statues, one symbolizing all who served and came home, one symbolizing the woman who served, and one honoring those who did not return.
It's hard to believe, but there are veteran cremains that are orphaned or abandoned and have not yet been claimed or identified. It's the sad truth. But through the joint efforts of veteran organizations throughout New Jersey, honor and respect will be given to those who have served this great country.
They're someone's deceased father, uncle, or maybe even someone's grandfather. They're inspirational stories and heroes of foreign battles. And it's this man's honor to keep all their memories alive, even though some have been gone since 1918.
As brothers, no veteran deserves to sit on a shelf. Every veteran deserves a proper military burial.
Fran Carasso, an Army veteran and chairman of the New Jersey Mission of Honor, remains dedicated to putting veterans to rest and giving them the proper burial they deserve. Through the Mission of Honor, cremains of American veterans are located and identified with the help of local funeral homes and the Department of Military and Veteran Affairs.
Actually, in the beginning, when we first found a few cremains, we couldn't believe what we saw on the funeral parlor shelves. 200-300 cremains sitting there. Couldn't believe that. In fact, when we talk to people today and tell them that, they can't believe it. It makes us angry as veterans to know this exists.
Jerry Scorch feels extremely passionate about this cause.
Personally, I think it's a sin that someone who's worn the country's uniform is forgotten, sitting on a shelf, in a cardboard box in some cases. It just irritates me. It turns my stomach that this is the case. They're in plastic containers, plastic bags in some situations, and that should not be.
Matthew Lieber is one of the funeral directors helping the Mission of Honor leave no veteran behind.
Our funeral home goes back to 1865. So our records, our cremated remains from families really go back that far to the turn of the century. So basically our kind of job is to basically just go through the old records and ledgers and books and old cremated remains that we have and try to match them up with the Mission of Honor to find those that are veterans that have been left here.
After telling the Mission of Honor about the cremains that may have been a veteran, Matthew sends a letter to the last known family member to see if they want to claim the ashes. If no family member comes forward, the next part of the process begins.
Jefferson Barrack is an area that has records going back maybe to the 1900s, and they do researching sometimes for us. We've buried about a dozen World War I veterans already. Think about it. These gentlemen are born in 1886, 1883. They've been on this earth for 120 years waiting to be put to rest.
After all the paperwork has been put through, the cremains are finally laid to rest in General Doyle Cemetery in Wrightstown, New Jersey, after a small ceremony in the county from which they are found.
It's like a very enlightening feeling. I mean, we really feel great about it. I know I do. I mean, sometimes I get emotional over it, you know, because right now, as of tomorrow, 51 veterans, we are responsible. The Mission of Honor is their family. They have no family. We are their family.
Many states continue to try to pass legislation to let groups like the Mission of Honor lay veterans' cremains to rest. An emotional goodbye to those who are gone.
You too can bury an American veteran. The Mission of Honor are always looking for donations and volunteers. Contact them at njsmissionofhonor.org for more information.